Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading for the month of May 2021. This is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising. If you're unsure of how to find your Sun, Moon, or Rising signs, I have a link in the description box below for a site that I use the most often, or you can just give a Google, how do I find my rising sign and whatnot. And there are so many websites out there that, help you find that information. So for this month, I did things differently than last month. So last month we had like a specific meaning to each card position, and I didn't do that this month. It's going to be a bit more free flowing. The only card that had a specific meaning for its position was this one, which is your own energy. The rest of the cards are going to represent the entire month of May, like the story for the month of May, the overall just very, very general energy. It's like a snapshot into your month. So it's not consecutive energy. So we're not like starting the month off with the Knight of Cups and then ending the month with the Page of Swords. This all flows in together. This is all part of that story together. Additionally, this is a general reading for a collective, so just take what resonates for you and then leave the rest for others. If you need a more individualized reading, I have a few options. You can check out my website down below for that. Otherwise, we are going to get started and check out your own energy for the month of May, which is the Knight of Swords. So, very, very much, determined, moving along your path, going forward with the Knight of Swords. You got kind of a goal, you have an intention, you have like a vision for how you want things to be for your life, and you've made that decision to really go for it and to really, move yourself forward. We're not really holding back with this energy. Little bit of a warning with the Knight of Swords that I like to give is to make sure that you're not too impulsive. And we have this Page of Swords in reverse energy too, which is a reminder to, be, as you're moving forward, be detail oriented and not overly impulsive, because you don't want to get tripped up by things that you can't see. So for this month too, you have the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Cups, and the Knight of Wands. A lot of knights. So we're missing the Knight of Pentacles. Why are we missing the Knight of Pentacles? Well, in this month, we have, the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands and the Page of Swords are very fast energy. And Cups and the Knight of Pentacles are slower energy, and very practical. So sometimes when I see four of, one type of card, like four knights, or 3 out of 4, like 3 out of 4 knights or 3 out of 4 kings, that sort of thing. I also like to take a look at who is missing. And, see what that can tell me. And so we have that practical knight, that stable knight who is missing. So just a reminder, especially with the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands, who just really want to get going and really just are like, yes, let's go. Let's do this. Right. And, with the Knight of Pentacles, is like, okay, we'll be smart about it. Sometimes slow and steady wins the race. We don't always need to be in a rush. We don't always need to be quick. But definitely some very decisive energy this month. Definitely feeling you just kind of not being content to sit where you are, and not really being content to stay in the situation, or just like in the state of being that you've been in over the last I'd say over the last year or two. I feel like a little bit of discontent where you are, and that you really do want to work towards something better. Don't we all, right? We're all striving towards something better, usually, most of us. And so, I feel a lot more decisive energy for you this month, whereas in other months, you may have been acknowledging that you need something better and that you do need to make some moves for yourself. And, so you've had that thought in your head, but this is the month where you're really putting a lot more energy behind it, and you're starting to refine your focus, and refine the way that you think about things. And I definitely see you working a lot with your own like creativity, having like dreams and like, beautifully inspired ideas, and, just thinking about things in a different way than a lot of people do, or just seeing the world or situation in a different way. And I feel that that's something that's beneficial for you, and that it's something that you're going to be carrying along with you. And that's going to, bring you some of the success that you are seeking right now. And we have this Nine of Pentacles energy, which is beautiful, and it's a reminder to keep working, on what you've been doing, and a reminder that you are still in the moment, and you're moving along, so you're not at the end yet. You're not at that finish line yet. But that reward is coming, that success is coming, just to keep at it. And with the Nine of Pentacles too, you have all of this like movement going on in this reading, and a lot of this determination and this work that's going on. And there's a reminder to, sometimes you have to take care of yourself and make sure that you are practicing self-care. And so self-care looks different for everybody. For some people, it's just simply sitting back, putting on a face mask, doing your nails, and just relaxing for a day with some like Netflix and an iced coffee or whatever. For other people, self-care is, committing to a different type of health program or a different type of exercise program. It could even be like setting very firm boundaries for yourself, when it comes to other people or the situations that you're in, when it comes to your job, especially. Really just deciding what's going to bring you a lot more joy, and instead of you just kind of going through the motions day to day, and making a commitment to take better care of yourself in so many different ways, physically and financially, especially, spiritually and emotionally as well. With the moon and the Knight of Wands, I feel like a really big connection to your, and also with the Knight of Cups, I feel a big connection to your creativity, to your dreams, as well as to your intuition, to those gut feelings, and we have this Knight of Swords energy and this Knight of Wands energy, very quick, very fast paced energy. And, so when you're moving forward and you're really committed to something, and you're just like, you're on that path, make sure, as I had said with the Page of Swords in reverse, make sure that you're not missing out on any details, but also make sure that you're listening to yourself and that you're connected to your intuition. That when you have gut feelings about things, those are there for a reason. And we're very much conditioned not to trust ourselves and not to trust our gut. And, we're conditioned to believe that, intuition is silly, or we don't have psychic sensibilities or anything like that, but we all do. It's more about being comfortable with receiving that energy from your higher self, or receiving that energy from your own inner wisdom, however you view it, and being willing to connect with it, because there's a lot more that your higher self knows. You have a lot of that, that divine wisdom that you carry with you, and we're not always connected to that, and you're encouraged to do so here. So as you're moving along, if you're sparking up some gut feelings, or your intuition is telling you something, whether it's a warning or something more, very inspiring, definitely feel safe to listen to that, and there's so many of you, like a lot of the readings for this month have been like very individual, a lot of people like breaking free from other people and breaking free from situations where they're relying on other people. And I'm seeing that for you here as well. So it's very interesting energy that's going on from a lot of folks this month, but definitely very like, self-reliant energy, individualized energy. And I see you for this month kind of making decisions about the people that are around you, and the people that you're working with, and the people that you're taking along with you on this journey, and deciding if they really do connect with your values, and if they're people that that really do connect with you and hit you on that soul level, rather than people that are questioning you in a very negative way. It's good to be questioned, and it's good to be challenged, because that makes us think about what our values are, and that makes us think about what our position is and how we believe about things. And, sometimes when we're questioned and challenged, we realize that we don't think the same way that we used to, or that we've changed our minds, or we've changed some of our ideals. And so it's very good to have people that question you. But what I'm talking about here is that the people that kind of like question you and nag at you in a way to sort of like put doubts in your mind. And I feel you this month kind of breaking away from people like that, and committing more to people, making commitments and partnerships with people who really do see the world in a very similar way to you. And again, it's good to have people who don't see the world in the same way, but I'm talking about for this particular little journey, for this little snapshot, keeping yourself with a good core of people who are seeing things in a similar way, who are supportive of you, and who are good partners for you, and who kind of like bring some balance for you. So beautiful, beautiful energy. I really like it for this month. You see some successful things on the horizon. You just have to remind yourself that, dreaming big and having a vision is, very, very good. It's something to aspire to, and it's something to work on. And, it's good to keep going with that. And at the same time, you also want to be realistic and be grounded as well, so not getting your head too caught up in the clouds. But keep moving forward, keep doing what you were doing. Stay connected to your visions and stay connected to your intuition for the month. We're going to finish it out with an oracle reading. Let's see what message we have for Scorpio. Wow, your cards. Oh, you got two as well. I have to say, your cards, when I was dealing them out, extremely jumpy, definitely feeling, that impulsive, quick energy here. And these were no different. So this is the Wild Offering Oracle. And if you've had readings with me before and I've used it, it does use like religious language. I choose to just view things as like a very general divine energy rather than like a specific God or whatnot. But I did just want to say that, you don't have to like believe in a specific God or believe a certain way. It's however the divine presents itself to you, and it could just be your higher self. Anyway, the first card you got says, make it God's. Release the idea of my. As soon as you start to say the money, the relationship, the job, freedom arrives. When there's no grasping, the right actions get shown. Free me from the prison of my dear Lord. So it's sort of releasing attachments and expectations for things. It's giving yourself a little bit of release, which again is helping you on like that journey forward. You're not so attachment. Oh my God, you're not so attached to certain ideas and certain ways that you're supposed to like possess money or possess material goods or possess knowledge. You're thinking a little bit more free. You're thinking a little bit more creatively in that aspect. And then we have change. Don't scare yourself with the next 40 steps. All you need is that one next action. You can say to love, just show me the first step and change me into the one who can take it. And I think that's a very simple, very obvious message. It's just about, sometimes we don't always see the end point where we're going. We might have an idea, we have a vision, we have, desires for what we want, that end point to look like. But we don't always have to get there in one big step. We don't always have to rush to it. Sometimes it's taking the first step that is the most important thing that you're going to do. We get pressured a lot to have a purpose and to find your purpose and to know your purpose right now. We get pressured a lot into like committing and making a change, and oh my God, and it has to be big and momentous and it has to be quick. And that works out for some people sometimes, but a lot of times what the biggest part of your life and the biggest energetic shift is going to be the small steps that you take in the very beginning part of the journey. And that's what's going to bring you more success. then that's what's going to bring you a lot more, like, the positive energy and the good experiences. All right, Scorpio. So lovely reading. If you have any questions, you need anything clarified, just let me know in the comments below. I am sending you guys lots of love, lots of blessings. I hope that you are all safe and very healthy, and I will see you for your readings next month. Thank you for letting me read for you. Have a good one. Bye-bye.